Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's edition of Biz Talks. My name's Fred Holmes. I'm an independent distributor with Zija International. Got my Zija Life Unlimited t-shirt on to prove it. Very excited about tonight's presentation. I'm going to have two of Zija's rising stars joining us, Deb and Ed Carmode, and let you hear their story. But first, what I want to do is welcome all of you who have taken a few minutes out of your evening to join us tonight. Maybe you were directed to the replay link on the YouTube channel. Welcome to all of you. And tonight's information, it's really for those of you that are invited guests. Probably, a friend, maybe a neighbor, coworker has been sharing with you about our company. Maybe you've been one of our customers for a while, and you've heard about the opportunity to be involved with Zija and create an additional or secondary income stream through the marketing of these products. And one of the things that we've found over the years is that some of our top income earners originally started as customers, and it was because of the benefits from our products. They recognized, so many people could be benefiting from our products, improving quality of life, helping people live life unlimited. And that's what caused them to get involved. And so what we're going to do this evening, I'm going to take a few minutes and I'm going to share with you a little bit about our company, a little bit about our products, a little bit about the income opportunity. Then I'm going to invite Deb and Ed to come over and share their story, because I think when you hear the types of people that have gotten involved with us and what's happening with them, it'll really give you a whole different perspective on what this concept of a home-based business is. Now, first of all, Zija International, we're a relatively young company. We've been in business a little over 10 years now. But the company story actually started several years before that with a documentary that aired on the Discovery Channel. The documentary was called Moringa, the Miracle Tree. And this documentary was introducing us to a botanical, the Moringa oleifera tree. Today, it's become much more well known. As a matter of fact, throughout much of the television media, it's being proclaimed as the superfood of 2018. Well, the founder of Zija International, a gentleman by the name of Ken Brailsford, was invited to look at that particular Discovery Channel documentary. And in Ken's words, in his own words, he was literally spiritually prompted to come out of retirement to bring this product to market. Now, what you want to know about is the Ken Brailsford story. See, you may not recognize Ken's name, but you already know who he is. Ken is an icon in both the nutritional and direct marketing industries. Ken is known as the father of encapsulation. He was the first person to put medicinal herbs into the little gel caps we're all familiar with today, to make it easier for people to consume the benefits, the health benefits from these medicinal herbs. Ken launched his first company in the early 70s, Nature's Sunshine. Many of you will recognize that company. It's continued today now over 40, approaching 45 years in business. It's done billions of dollars in sales and has become one of just about 24 legacy companies in the network marketing, person-to-person marketing arena. Ken launched his second company in the 80s. That particular company's name today continues under the name of Unicity. Now that company, again, billions of dollars in sales, over 30 years in business, part of that 24 or so companies that represent the legacy companies in this profession. And so when Ken came out of retirement, one thing that was obvious, there had to be a good reason for him to come out of retirement, okay? And it was because of this product. Now, with the leadership of Ken Brailsford, this young company, Zija International, we've already done things that literally have put us in the top 1% of companies that have ever existed. We've been in business over 10 years. We've created over $1 billion in sales. We're now international, literally over 50 countries in the US. In the world we can ship our products to, yet we're virtually unknown. And see, that's what creates a tremendous opportunity. Now, when I first started with the company a little over 10 years ago, Zija had one product. It was our moringa drink, our original moringa drink. Over the last several years, Zija International has evolved to include multiple product divisions. We have our core nutritionals. We have part of that is our healthy weight management system. That really is what launched the company into its first mini growth curve, was being able to help people lose weight, bring their body into balance, do it naturally and healthy, and be able to keep the weight off. I've personally lost over 35 pounds since I've been using the Zija products. We've had people that have lost several hundred pounds, but the key is doing it without required dieting, without required exercise, and what's exciting is keeping the weight off. We've expanded into personal care products. We've got the healthiest, cleanest personal care products, skin care, hair care, body care, so on. We've expanded into, this is to me a very exciting line, our natural sports nutritional supplement line. We have the world's only complete line of nutritional or sports-oriented nutritional supplements without all the harmful chemicals and artificial colorants and sweeteners, the soy-based proteins. And what has created a tremendous amount of growth of the company is our line of essential oils. Now, essential oils, candidly, I knew nothing about essential oils before we brought our own line in. But what we've done is we have created the first to market to the consumer line of clinical grade essential oils. Now, essential oils, there are two companies that dominate that market space. They each do over $1 billion in sales, and their products are what's referred to as therapeutic grade. This is clinical grade. It's the level of purity and quality that is used in the scientific studies. Now, when you combine the leadership of Ken Brailsford, a man who's already created two previous multi-decade, multi-billion-dollar companies in this market space, he has been able to attract some of the finest minds in both the scientific field and the management field to run our company. Add to that this line of products that has dramatically increased to encompass literally something for everybody. And these are the products that people are looking for. People are looking for healthy ways to get good nutrition, manage their weight, clean, natural products, good for the environment, good for the body. Then you add one more thing into that, and that is the stage of development where the company is. And this is something that I'm familiar with. I've been involved in this type of business now for well over 30 years. Back in the mid-'80s, I was a cross-country truck driver. I left that to get involved in this profession and network marketing. I was highly motivated to create a lifestyle and have the income to meet the needs of my son as he was entering school age. And I was literally able to retire in 10 years by working this type of business, doing it the way the professionals do it. Now, when Zija came along, I recognized the ingredients, the platform, if you will, of what could be an incredible company. But the fact is, most companies can't stand the test of time. When the sweet spot for finding a company like this is somewhere between that first, $100 or $200 million year. When you can find a company at that stage of its development, and it has the infrastructure necessary to grow, it's developed some stability, financial strength, but yet you still have that opportunity to be in before the masses. And that is critical. That was one of the reasons I was able to compress, 2 lifetimes of truck driver income into a short 10 years and be able to retire. Now, what I want to do right now, and to give a little heads up to Ed and Deb, I'm going to bring you over to this side of the broadcast. Ed and Deb Carmode, I've had an opportunity to work with these people for some time now. I met them, I believe, about a year ago. Ed, Deb, good to see you. Let me unmute you here. How you doing, folks?
Great, Fred. How are you?
Very good. I'm glad to see you, and I really appreciate you taking time to join us this evening. I was just introducing you folks. I've had a chance to meet these folks. It was probably over a year ago now. but they represent part of our rising stars in Zija International. They've accomplished some tremendous growth in literally just the last few months. But what I wanted to do, I know Ed and Deb, you've been around here for a while. You've been using our products for quite some time. Maybe we can start out. Tell us a little bit about who you are, what's your background, and what brought you to Zija.
Okay, you want me to start?
Go
Okay.
ahead.
I was in the Air Force for 30 years. I retired from the Air Force and started working for a contracting company for a little while, and then we were introduced to Zija by a good friend who we've known for close to 20 years, Christine Holland, and she introduced us to Zija. And she's been a teacher. She's been.
I was really, a stay-at-home mom for many, many, many years. But now that our children are all gone, we can pretty much say that I hung out on the couch all day long prior to Zija. Let's just say that. That's what I did. I had my spot. My children knew where my spot was, and that's where I kind of sat.
Well, I like you being genuine about that. Now,
That's what I did.
now, you were introduced like a lot of people through somebody you knew, somebody you trusted. How did that go? How were you introduced to Zija?
You know what? Christine was in town in Vegas. There was a Zija's Women Retreat, and she invited me to come down there just to check it out. And so I went, and I was completely fascinated. I just sat there, I think, with my jaw on the ground, listening to doctors, listening to veterinarians talk about the power of the moringa tree. And literally, I went home the first day and I was like, you're not going to believe this stuff. I mean, let's get together with Christine and Mary and Pat Terry, who is in town, and, talk about this, because he wasn't there. It was a women's retreat. So we went and met with them. They shared the product. We tried the Super Mix. It, didn't taste bad. And literally, after we met with them, both Ed and I thought, truly, if this could help Ed's cousin, who is very, very, very ill, if this could help her in any way, then it would be well worth getting involved with Zija International. And so I guess you can.
So basically, we started using the products first, and then I talked to my cousin and said, we would like you to try this. We don't know if it'll help. She was at a point where she was going to need a full liver transplant, and so she started using the Super Mix daily. And after about a year's time, when they said that they were actually going to start type matching her for the liver transplant, that because her bile ducts were closing, her liver counts were really high, they went in for her last checkup prior to actually getting the liver transplant. And the docs did all their tests, and they noticed that her bile ducts were opening back up, and her liver counts were back down to what they were in their 20s. Still high, but fantastic numbers for her. And so that right there was huge for us. We also introduced it to Deb's mom, who is type 2 diabetic, and she got her started, and now her blood sugar is totally regulated. She's on zero medication. She's almost 80 years old. And, we introduced it to just some more family and friends, and that's kind of where we're at, for just kind of talking to people here and there, a little bit. We weren't doing a whole lot.
We were
for
piddling.
a long time. Yes, she likes to say
we were piddling.
she likes to call it piddling, because that's, because we when we talk to somebody, we would talk to an occasional person, but we weren't really focused on growing a business yet. We were more just wanting to introduce it when we could, and we kind of wanted to grow business, but weren't real focused yet.
No.
Now, and I have to interject something. I need to interject something real quick, because this is so common. Frankly, some of our top income earners literally were consumers first, got such great results, they shared it with others, and that somewhere along the line, the light bulb comes on about, well, wait a minute, maybe I can do more than make a little extra income. I could actually build a real business. And folks, the stories that you're hearing, I have to tell you, because I've been around in Zija for such a long time, I am not the slightest bit surprised at hearing the results that the Carmode's family members have had. Many people, frankly, have had nothing less than miraculous results with our products. But we do need to be very clear, we're a nutritional company, okay? We're not doctors. We do not claim to be able to, diagnose, treat, prevent, cure, mitigate diseases of any kind. What we do know, and I think this is just common knowledge that everybody knows, today's, diet, today's lifestyle is killing us. And the fact is that every single new prescription medication that comes out has side effects. Listen to the commercials on TV. Some side effects include cancer and leukemia and death. So we can get rid of this rash, but we got this thing, and I'm being a little tongue-in-cheek here, but I do want to make it very clear that we're just simply saying, if you give the body the nutrition that the Creator intended us to have, if you can eliminate the environmental toxins that were never intended to be, our bodies would be subjected to, doesn't it make sense that the body is going to do the very best it can to take care of itself? And so, but when you become part of Zija, get ready to hear some of these stories, because this is what's happening in the real world. Now, a few months ago, you folks really took on a whole new perspective of your business. Tell me a little bit about that. What changed your mind, and what's happened in the last probably 4, 5, 6 months since you made that decision to jump on the bandwagon and get serious? I know it had a lot to do, Ed, with you just wanting to be able to sit around on the couch with Deb, right?
Basically.
Yeah, and I think that's true. But you know what? It was a commitment. And for me, it was listening to Jessica Ellerman. I very much enjoy her straight talk. She is a no-nonsense kind of leader. It's put your big girl pants on and go do it. There's no questioning it. It's put your big girl pants on and go do it. And so I guess I needed to hear that, and I heard it when I needed to hear it. Mm-hmm. And so when I did hear that, it was, okay, you know what? Let's get more focused. We both made the decision together to get more focused and to just literally go for it. And so that's kind of what we did. I was on, I was doing social network. I was doing Facebook. He's on LinkedIn. And we just started to really run and focus on the big girl pants and the big boy pants. And
we did a lot of, more talking to people that we met as well, whether it's at the gym, whether it's at the
grocery store,
Starbucks, somebody, and just talking to more people and really making a decision that we wanted to grow. And it was kind of cool, because when the GQ for Summit thing came about was right at just after we'd made that decision. We were already really, really running hard. And when that came about, it just came right in line with what we were doing, wanting to do anyway. And we were able to actually hit all 4 months, which was really cool. But it was also because and our leadership has asked us what we wanted, and since then, and we said our goal is to continue the GQ level every month. We said if we can do that, because in that 6 months that we've really ran, we've more than tripled our business. Mm-hmm. And so we're like, if we can keep doing that, where are we going to go?
And you folks are the epitome of what happens to people when they get involved with our business. And for those of you that are invited guests, we're using terms you're not familiar with. GQ stands for Get Qualified. Really what it is, it's a promotion the company has where if you simply introduce two people, they pay you more money.
Yeah.
Okay? They pay you what you would have been paid on the two people plus a bonus. Ed and Deb did that 4 periods in a row, 4 months in a row, and they were able to not only attend our convention, free ticket for the convention. They were invited to the Diamond Club reception. It's a fancy dancy party for us diamonds, right? They were invited as guests to be able to join us, and good hors d'oeuvres, right?
Yeah, well, we would have showed up at time.
We were a little
We
missed the hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah.
Then the company also helped pay for their transportation and their hotel rooms. I mean, it was a big deal to be able to accomplish that consistency of effort. And that's really one of the keys to our business. It's not about, huge amounts of effort as much as it is taking Zija, fitting it into your lifestyle, and being consistent on a daily basis. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up, but Ed, Deb, why don't you both of you take a moment and just share something you'd like to share, because tonight's broadcast is really for those people that are looking at the potential of being involved in Zija. Can you give us maybe a brief moment on what each one of you would say from your perspective?
You know what I would say is truly you need to believe in yourself. You need to sometimes come out of your comfort zone. I can tell you this is way out of my comfort zone. But you know what? It's growing. And I think as long as you are willing to put yourself out there, to grow, to talk to people that you may not know. I did that to somebody at the grocery store. It is a personal growth thing that happens when you truly set your mind to going after what you really want in life. And so for me, put yourself out there, get a little uncomfortable, and you know what? It will pay off.
Ed?
Yeah. I can echo that. But the other thing that I looked at, and for me, what I love about this is, one, I get to help people. I've helped so many people that are just looking for something, whether it's looking for a little help with a health challenge or looking for a few extra dollars. Being able to be that lifeline to somebody has been fantastic. And I mean, some of the connections, some of the friends that we've made because of it, just been awesome. And so that makes it that much more fun to do.
I appreciate the words you're saying, and it really is all about the relationships. I have people, because I'm going to be 65 here in a few months, and I've had my friends say, "Well, when are you going to retire?" And I go, "Retire from what?" You love playing golf, right? When are you going to quit that?
Yeah.
Right. My mom asked me that just the other day. When are you gonna retire? And I'm like, but this is fun and it's cool.
Yeah, just gotta get rid of that day job, Ed.
That's getting there.
Yeah.
Folks, I appreciate so much you took time to share your story. It's gonna be very meaningful to a lot of people. Congratulations on your recent rank advancement to silver. I see gold on the horizon very quickly with what you got going on.
Thank you, Fred. Really appreciate it.
I'm going to send you back to the other side, and thanks again for joining us this evening.
All righty.
So that was fun. Folks, you've had a chance to hear a little bit this evening about our company with, truly world-class leadership in our owner and our corporate team. Products that everybody wants, everybody's looking for, and the world is just unaware that they already exist. The timing of our opportunity is what the professionals would look for. To find a company that's already that's developed, already has the infrastructure. Today, Zija International is 100% vertically integrated. We control the fields that our raw materials are grown in. We own our own pharmaceutical grade manufacturing facility, literally tens of thousands of square feet of warehouse, manufacturing, distribution, Class A office space. We could produce $1 billion a year of our products and sales of our products with the infrastructure we have, all bought and paid for. And more importantly, you heard tonight from two folks that really did not start this journey to create income, but started to do it simply to help their friends. Their family has had miraculous results, and it's because of that they are now ramping up to build a Zija business. And so what I want to do in closing is two things. First of all, if this is your first exposure to Zija, we have lots of additional information. You may want to use our products. You may need to hear more information about our company. The person that asked you to be part of tonight's broadcast, or maybe they directed you to the recording link, they can help you answer your questions. If they're new, there's always going to be somebody that's part of their support team that will be able to help you answer your questions. And for those of you that are ready, you're ready to make that decision to make a difference, not in just your life, but in other people's lives as well, we invite you to get started with us, join us, become a distributor, get some products on hand like we did, and attend our new distributor training. Saturday morning, 10 o'clock Pacific time, that's 1 o'clock in the afternoon East Coast time. We're going to be hosting a very special new distributor training designed specifically to help you launch your business and to be able to recognize the support that's available. Because if you want to spread this message and you want to build a business, you want to create, for many of us, to become life-changing levels of income, the support and the training that you need will be there, and we're here to provide that for you. Saturday morning, the person asked you to be part of this broadcast will get that information to you. So with that, we're going to go ahead and close down this evening. One more shout out to Deb and Ed Carmode. Congratulations and thanks so much for taking time with us this evening, folks. And with that, I'll sign off. We'll see you Saturday morning. Have a great rest of your evening. Bye-bye.